When I was a kid, my parents moved our family from North Jersey to South Jersey. In Ocean County, we were quickly introduced to two new subcultures, the clam diggers on the coast and the Pineys inland. As far as we knew, the term piney was an insult for someone who lived a redneck Jersey lifestyle. To be called a piney in those days was a put-down. It wasn't until I learned more about where they came from and how they lived that I appreciated who they were. Today, as most of the world and Jersey is being overdeveloped, urbanized, and homogenized, the term piney is something of a badge of honor, even as the true piney culture fades away.
I caught it. I can't believe. I'm so proud of myself.
Asking people what they think of the term piney.
The Pinelands, I guess.
What's a piney, though? What is a person?
Person that lives in the Pinelands, I guess. Person that likes the Pinelands. Person that does stuff in the Pinelands. I don't know.
Someone who likes nature, who likes to be in the woods a lot.
Well, I would describe a piney as a rural person of moderate to great intelligence, with the moral belief and character in themselves to do what has to be done.
People that live off of the land, people that appreciate the land, people that know how to work with the land and don't abuse the land.
I guess it would just be somebody that lives in the Pine Barrens.
There are stereotypical pineys, and then there aren't.
What's a stereotypical piney like?
A stereotypical piney would have bad teeth and a bad attitude.
I'm not a piney, I grew up in Brick. I just work down here.
They're down-home people, I don't think they want to offend anybody, they don't want nobody to offend them. They're more like hillbillies, only they're not in the hills.
A lot of people have the wrong opinion of them, that maybe if they go out in the woods and they see a piney, they're going to get shot at. Well, that's not true.
To me, it's just somebody that's not in a fast pace and just, kind of lives down here and doesn't need all the frills and just enjoys like this type of day.
Well, first of all, I think there's a misconception that pineys are not intelligent people. They're really very intelligent, they're very street smart, they're kind and gentle with nature, and probably a lot more intelligent than I am when it comes to common sense and everything else. And I don't think you have to necessarily be living here for 3, 4, 5 generations to be a piney. I think you have to know how to get along with nature.
It is more a way of life than a fact of life.
There's a lot of definitions and a lot of people, it'll be so many generations. Here's my definition. If you like to stop on Route 563 and watch the cranberry harvest, pull over in the side of the woods one night and listen to the Pine Barrens Tree Frog, and then go to the music hall on Saturday night, you're a piney.
So it's what you appreciate.
That's what you appreciate.
And how you do it.
That's right. It can't be formal. It's here for everybody to enjoy. And the more people that enjoy it and understand it, the better chance we have to protect it.
Beautiful.
So we're all Pineys. It's like we're all Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
So I saw a little placard there that said Piney Power. What do you think that means?
That could mean a lot of things because I'm from the Pine Barrens. I live in Green Bank, right in the middle of Winton Track. I teach my 8-year-old nephew. We grow our own vegetables and stuff, and during the summer we can them for the winter, and we teach him to fish and to hunt so he can grow up too, where he can also, if he has to, live off the land. I was brought up that way. My whole family was basically brought up that way.
Yeah, I've always been around here. I've been living off the woods study since around 1968, somewhere in there, I think. It's getting harder and harder all the time because the state's got so urbanized and all. There's things that are going on and put you out of business. You can't go around the woods and get this stuff out of the woods like you used to. Yeah, back in the 60s, you could go anywhere around these woods and nobody bothered you. All out there on the plains and all, you could pick cones anywhere out there. Now the state's got just about all the ground out on the plains. This line of work has been just slowly dying out around here. You want to live a country lifestyle, you got a problem.
Bill Wasovich grew up and grew old in the Pine Barrens. Living in and off the woods around him is the only life he has ever known. Though the world and even the pines have changed, much of it now off limits, protected by the state and local government, Bill Wasovich endures. His ways and means mean little to the rest of the world today. Long ago, he was an employee in the cranberry trade in the pines, but some 40 years ago, Bill turned his back on the punch clock and set into working by and for himself, harvesting the woods for pine cones, sphagnum moss, and wild blueberries. The day we visited Bill, he was busy making pine wood charcoal from the endless cords that rise up all over his property. He admitted it made lousy charcoal because it burned too quickly, but he endeavored anyway, through the smoke, the cold, and the hard work.